This podcast is a proud member of the UUOP Network.
Welcome to Rush of Fear podcast, where we chat all things Halloween Horror Nights, Universal Destinations, and Experiences premiere scare event. Tonight, for episode 15 of season 5, we will be yapping about all the latest updates for HHN Orlando as we enter the final week before the event. So now let the mayhem begin.
What a rush of fear.
Hi, everybody. I'm so excited to be here. Why is that? It's HHN week. Woohoo! And with me, I've got my peeps. I've got Maddy and Kenneth. Hey, guys.
Whoa, what's up?
What up? Are you guys excited?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Oh my God.
I'm in scare mode.
Yes, I can smell the fog already in my
I
nostrils.
know. It's crazy that it's already here. I feel like I blinked and the summer just blew by. And
I
here we
know.
are.
Yeah.
I feel like we do this every year, like waiting. When are we getting announcements? And then it's like, bam, all the announcements. And then we're here and we're doing the event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also feel like this year was weird though, because so many things have been happening like at Universal as a whole. Like a brand new theme park opened up.
Yeah.
They announced how many other theme parks and things throughout the country and
The world.
globe. Yeah. So like it's just been kind of nonstop.
Yeah.
Universal all of 2025, and like mixed in has obviously been Horror Nights, but there really hasn't been a lot of Horror Nights news until these past 2 months, which is not super normal for the event within the past couple of years. But like, I feel like we've just been bombarded so much over the past 2 months with Horror Nights things that now I'm like, oh wait, shoot, that's like tomorrow. That's like this weekend.
I don't know. I think it is normal. But looking at the tracker, remember, the announcements were not actually any later than they have been the past few years.
I know. It just always feels it. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It feels it. But with all the other stuff with Universal going on, I feel like it's been even more so kind of just like really, really a lot in the past month or so, which is so exciting. It's so great. And the park looks awesome. You know, all the Scare Zone updates. It's going to be so good. So good.
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome. So excited. Yes. So for this episode, we're going to quickly recap everything we know about this event, as well as give you some little updates that we have gathered over the past, I don't know, since our last recording, to get everybody excited for the event. So this is going to be a good episode, really hyped because we're all super excited. But before we get into that fun stuff, Maddy, give us just the quick rundown on the housekeeping things, because we got a lot to talk about.
We for sure do have a lot to talk about. So as y'all know, we have the Rush of Fear Society. It is our kind of bonus feed and our Discord and all of our fun extra bonus things that you don't hear on this normal feed. The link is in our social media bio and in the bio of this episode. Membership is $5 a month or $50 if you pay for the entire year, which gets you just a little bit of a discount. And if you could please leave a spooky rating and review on whatever podcast platform you're listening to, we would love to hear from you, the listener.
Yep.
That's right. And check out our merch storefront and help support the show. Just head over to tpublic.com and search for Rush of Fear Podcast, where you'll find our page and all our products. And of course, be sure to check out my band, Pangolin, everywhere you listen to music online, and follow us on social media at PangolinFL. We have the fest coming up, and we have 239 Fest, which is in... Oh, I forget where it is. It's like South Florida somewhere. But we'll be playing that as well, which is... So Fest is October 24th, 25th weekend. And then I believe the 239 Fest is like 2 weeks before that, earlier in October. So we're going to have a busy October as always. But yeah.
Yay. Oh, South Florida. I'm so excited. That's my hometown.
We've never played South Florida before, but our new bassist, Tim, is from South Florida and helped like found that festival. And so he was like, hey, now that I'm here, do you guys want to go play 239 Fest? I started it with those guys, and I don't really help run it anymore, but I'm sure I could get us a slot. So yeah, we're going to be playing that, and it's going to be awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Sweet.
That's so fun. I love it.
Connections. All right, let's get into the episode.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, so we're just going to run through like a lot of kind of random HHN updates that have been going on at the Orlando park since our last recording, just things we haven't kind of spoken about. And one of the craziest, biggest like reveals that I never saw coming is Universal Orlando recently revealed details for a fall edition of its popular event Volcano Bay Nights, running Friday nights from September 5th to October 31st. During this event, guests will be able to enjoy after-dark access to the picturesque water theme park with an array of exciting experiences, including, drumroll please, the all-new Fun with Scooby and the Gang as they confront villains within the lava-lit paradise.
That's hilarious.
That is so cool.
I am stunned. This, I feel like, is something that the fans have been asking for such a long time, whether it's inside Universal or in Volcano Bay itself for like the Horror Night season. And they're finally doing it.
I never would have thought to put this in Volcano Bay. Like, I wanted the Scooby Gang to be just like wandering around a scare zone at HHN being like, look, gang, there's some spooky stuff over here, you know, like, but obviously, like, I don't think that would work IP wise. I don't know. Like it's tricky because, you know, Scooby-Doo is owned by Warner Brothers and our HHN stuff is like all different, you know, studios and companies and whatever. Mm-hmm. So I feel like getting approval for that is tricky, but put them in Volcano Bay where there is no IP and they have free reign to do whatever.
That's true.
You know, like
that's true.
I feel like it kind of helps. And it also, we've been saying for so long, one, we want Scooby-Doo spooky Halloween something. And two, give people at Universal a family-friendly Halloween event that they can go to. And this is both of those things.
Yeah.
That is so true. And we forgot about the third thing people have been asking for, and that is to be able to do Volcano Bay at night.
True.
Because it is a beautiful park that you never get to see at night unless you stay in one of the towers over at Cabana Bay in a Cabana Bay or in a Volcano Bay view room, in which case all you do is get to look at it and see how beautiful it is, but you can't go there.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So for me, that's like the biggest draw is being able to go and experience Volcano Bay at night.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they've done these Volcano Bay nights before, but it's usually been probably in the summertime. So this is probably the first fall one they've ever done.
So it premiered for the first time earlier this summer.
This year. And they just did a few of them. I think they were just testing the waters.
Yeah.
You know, no pun intended.
But splash. But yeah, so like I know like Shrek and Fiona were there, and they had like King Julian probably, like they had like the typical DreamWorks and like, you know, Illumination characters were there, but mostly it was like, oh, come to Volcano Bay at night. They had like food included, like small little food offerings, and I watched a couple of YouTube videos of like, you know, vloggers that went to it. And it looked fine. I was like, okay, that's cool. I like that this is happening, but I'm not going to necessarily make a priority to go to it. But now with this Scooby-Doo thing, I kind of feel like I want to go to it.
Yeah. It's going to be so funny. I wonder if they're going to decorate the park any, like outside of what they already have.
Like Spooky Island.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm hoping to go to this on October 10th.
Oh, okay.
So, but hopefully somebody else can experience it before then so we can, you know, get a review in. But if not October 10th, I will be 9 times out of 10 going. But Maddy, why don't you tell us a little bit more details about the event itself?
Yeah, for sure. So Volcano Bay night guests will have access to Volcano Bay beginning at 4 p.m. with the exclusive limited capacity event officially taking place from 7 to 11 p.m. Throughout the entire evening, guests will be able to enjoy lower wait times at their favorite attractions, live entertainment throughout the park, including a beach bash on Waturi Beach. There's also going to be photo ops with the iconic Mystery Machine and popular characters, Scooby-Doo, Shaggy, Velma, Fred, Daphne, along with some of the villains from the animated series, including Ghost Clown.
Woo-hoo.
Ooh.
That's so cool.
It's so fun. I love it. Complimentary snacks like churro bites. You will be able to choose from 100 choices of like the Coke Freestyle machines. So those are going to be most likely free refills through the entire event. And then there's going to be specialty menu items at a lot of the various restaurants and bars and ice cream joints and things like that.
I think you actually do get a Volcano Bay, like one of the freestyle cups.
What?
With the event, and your drinks are free for the night.
That's worth the ticket right there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Those
that's
drinks
the case.
are so expensive.
Yeah.
Well, talking about the price of the event, tickets for the Volcano Bay Fall Edition nights are going to be $99 a person plus tax, and then standard self-parking is included in the price of admission for the event. Pass holders are going to receive a 10% discount off of the ticketed price of the experience. And then you can also upgrade your experience by reserving a private cabana for the event starting at $279.99. They are on first come, first serve basis. So if you really want a cabana, make sure that you get that upgrade fast when you buy those tickets. This is going to be a can't miss fall theme park destination, which I 100% agree with.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah. I'm so excited. I hope this becomes a running yearly event for the Horror Night season.
Me too. It's so
just
fun.
So smart. Like a lot of other theme parks do a kiddie event during the day and then the more adult haunt event at night. SeaWorld does it. I'm pretty sure Busch Gardens does it as well. I think Valley Fair and like a lot of those Carowinds style like regional theme parks, they do something similar. So it's great that Universal's finally getting in on it because yeah, they have like decorations and things, but there's nothing that happens in the parks during daytime hours.
Right.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, this isn't daytime hours either, but this is at least a family friendly event that kids can go to. That's not Mickey's Very Merry or Not So Scary Halloween Party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, they don't, what am I saying? They don't even do like Halloween costume overlays for the characters that they normally have.
No.
You know, and like other Universal parks do. So I don't know why Orlando doesn't do it. Like at Hollywood, they have like the Minion monsters, or they have like Hello Kitty dressed up as the Bride of Frankenstein or Chucky or Tiffany. Like they do all kinds of like costume stuff for the characters. I don't understand why Orlando doesn't do that. Like people would eat that up if you could meet the Minion monsters.
Yeah, there's so many things that honestly, as a whole, I mean, Universal is amazing. It's my favorite thing in the whole wide world. That being said, there's still several things that I get up on my soapbox about in both of my podcasts quite regularly. And one of them is that they don't do like any special holiday themed stuff in like all the parks. And it's something simple as changing costumes on the characters. That's really easy. The other thing is character dining. Like, what the heck? Like, why have we not jumped on that bandwagon? Or like you were saying, more family-friendly holiday events. You know, we've got now 2 whole other parks other than Volcano Bay that they could do a full-on family ticketed event. So this is a step in the right direction. I'm really excited. And just to confirm about the Coke Freestyle Cup, I'm on the actual Universal website on the Volcano Bay page. And for this event, it does say that it includes a complimentary Coca-Cola Freestyle souvenir cup.
Oh, yeah.
So just wanted to confirm that.
And a picture with the ghost clown. That's the coolest thing.
Yeah. Yep. It sounds like Kenneth is going to be going to this.
I really want to. I'm looking at this and I'm like, I love Volcano Bay anyway. Like, it's my favorite place. It's so beautiful and so fun. It's just the best water park. I've gone to other water parks since going.
I love it.
I went to Blizzard Beach earlier this summer in June. And I was like, God, this place sucks compared to Volcano Bay. Like Volcano Bay is so good.
It really, yeah, you're right. It really does. It's just a totally different vibe. Like Volcano Bay, I really feel like I've never been to Hawaii, but I can imagine this is kind of what it feels like, but on a grander scale. But even though it's like right next to the interstate, you don't feel that way.
No.
It's bizarre.
Yeah.
But I'm excited about this. I really want to go and just do nothing but float in the lazy river under the stars.
Oh, yeah.
Like that sounds like the best relaxation thing for me. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
awesome.
Some other exciting seasonal experiences that guests can enjoy during their visit include the return of Death Eaters to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Diagon Alley in Universal Studios Florida on select dates. And a collection of Halloween-themed attractions, including photo ops and specialty cocktails at select Universal Orlando hotels. And the return of the wildly popular Halloween Horror Nights event, obviously, which kicks off August 29th and runs select nights through November 2nd. Yep. Of course, yeah, Death Eaters is awesome. That's it brings... I was not excited for that the first time they did it. And then walking in, and before I even saw a Death Eater, just walking into Diagon Alley, I was like, oh, this feels different. I love this.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so much creepier now, which I love.
Yeah. It's so neat.
And then you can stay the day and be one of the first at night at Halloween Horror Nights. So new for 2025, when you arrive at the park starting at 3 p.m., you'll get a wristband at one of the check-in locations. And then after that, instead of being in one designated area, you'll be free to explore the park and catch a ride or show, grab a bite, shop for merch, or simply take in the sights before the event opens. Then, starting at 4 p.m., you can enter select haunted house queues with a wristband. The designated check-in stations are located at Lombard's, Minions Cafe, or Minion Blast Villain Con. Fascinating.
Yeah, I think it's an unpopular opinion, but I love this. Like,
I do too.
As an attractions cast member and coordinator, like this, I feel like is one of the easiest ways to kind of clear a park without having to hold people in corrals. So, like when I work as a coordinator, like the nighttime events at Hollywood Studios, you know, we often do wristbands as well. And so at a set time, so like park for regular day guests closes at 9:00. So at 9:00, people with wristbands can continue to enter the line for the ride. And people without wristbands, unfortunately, will not be able to enter. So they'll kind of start to self-clear themselves out of the parks because they're not going to be able to get on the rides. Like, yes, they'll still be able to go through the merchandise stores and everything like as they're exiting, but it's not so much okay, we have to kind of create space to hold these people waiting for something to start while we get everybody outside of the park.
Yeah, and Disney's been doing it that way for a years, like over a decade. So this was a great announcement for me. And just in case the way that was written didn't make much sense to you guys, this is in place of Stay and Scream.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So this is the new like Stay and Scream method. So just like it said, instead of like before where you would have to enter the park before close, which is usually 5:00, and then you would be ushered into one of the Stay and Scream areas where you're just basically held. Now, instead of doing that, starting at 3 p.m.
4.
Or when you arrive at the park starting at 3, you'll get a wristband.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So now if you're already in the park, and that means if you have a daytime park ticket already, so if you're an annual pass holder or you have just a ticket for the daytime parks, you can go ahead and be inside Universal Studios, and then starting at 3, you can go to one of these destinations and pick up your wristband. You'll just show them your Halloween Horror Nights ticket, and they'll put a wristband on you, and you can pick those up at Lombard's, Minion Cafe, or Minion's Villain Con Blast. And then you're just free to keep exploring. Like, you don't have to be corralled into one little place. And
stand in the
starting
heat, get sunburned,
yes,
get rained on.
exactly. And then starting at 4 p.m. is when you can actually start entering the queues for the haunted houses. Now let's talk about how awesome that is, because one of my biggest pet peeves about Stay and Scream, as we all know, is that it's not like it's never been relaxing to me. Like I'm still getting into the park early and waiting in a line for 3 hours. But now instead of waiting in like the real line, I'm stuck in a little holding area where I'm out in the elements for 2 hours. And this makes more sense because they're letting you, starting at 4 p.m., into the actual queue for the house. And a lot of cases you are either out of the elements in some cases, or you're in a line where there might be fans nearby. It's just better.
Yeah. Well, and we're still waiting to see. We don't know because Rip Ride Rockit is closed and being demolished as we speak.
Right.
So we don't know how that will impact the queues. My guess is they're going to use sound stages for queues more than they have in the past years.
Which means AC.
Yeah, which means that potentially these queues for some of these houses are going to be indoors, or a large portion of them indoors. We don't know that, obviously, but all those outdoor areas, like that whole parking lot in the back where like the Insidious queue was last year, and like they always put a soundstage queue back in that parking lot behind like the New York Library facade.
Yeah,
that whole area is being, it's construction now for whatever's coming next. Like that whole area is walled off and being used for construction. So there goes 2 house queues that used to exist. Like they have to go somewhere because there's still 5 houses in the sound stages. So I feel like the only option is to put those queues in other sound stages.
And the good part about that too, just thinking about like queue logistics now for like backstage universal purposes, there's not going to be as much like random queue getting in the way of normal daytime operations, and like parking for managers, I'm sure, is back there, construction, things like that. And you're going to have less work for those house attendants who have to put up and take down these stanchions every single night. Now they're just going to exist inside of a building, or at least a majority of them might exist inside the building, and they can probably just stay there all season long, and it's a lot less work. This is great. Queue theory is so interesting. It's like as theme park fans, it's just something that I feel like kind of forget about. But when it comes to actually designing a theme park, like queue theory is so vastly important, and it can make or break a ride.
Yeah.
People might love the attraction, but pardon my language, they fucking hate the queue.
In which case it makes you not want to experience the attraction because you're like, oh, I don't want to wait in that.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's so important, safety wise, guest enjoyment wise, like efficiency wise. It's crazy. And you have to think about like ADA and yada. So it's wild. So this could be the best thing that HHN has ever done.
For sure. I'm really excited about it. Over on UUOP, when we recorded last week, one of the debates we had is whether or not they're going to require the wristbands for the entirety of the night, like they do over at Mickey's Not So Scary. And it was a big debate. And I wonder how you guys feel about it, because like the debate was basically because Tracy doesn't like wearing things on her wrist. So they were thinking that this is only for people that are doing the Scream Early stuff. Yeah. If you're there before, but if you walk in, let's say you walk into the event when it starts at 6:30 through the front gates, are they going to require wristbands? And their thoughts
say probably not.
Well, that's what was their thoughts. But my thought is it makes sense to me that they would. And here's why, because they're not doing the traditional sweep anymore. So just like at Disney, where it's like you said, they're self-sweeping mostly because you're not allowed into the attractions without that wristband. Okay, so we're not doing the traditional sweep. So what happens when there are some stragglers in the event still, like maybe in a restaurant or in a bathroom or whatever after 6:30? Well, if they're no longer having to look for wristbands, Well, it sounds like a much easier way for people to cheat the system without a ticket.
I feel like they will still do the sweep, but when they encounter someone with a wristband, they'll like let them pass, and then they'll just push everyone without a wristband forward up to the exit. I don't think they can do this without a sweep. And like that was my first thought when I heard about this was like, how are they going to make sure that the park is cleared of non-HHN guests before the official start of HHN?
Right.
They have to sweep it. And that sweep in the past would take sometimes all the way up to, the year that I was a coordinator in Invasion, our zone was all the way in the back. And sometimes we would have to start late because it took so long to get people out of Diagon Alley,
Right.
So like it would be 6:00, time for the zone to open, and we couldn't because the sweep hadn't passed us yet. So,
right.
All
I know is that at the Disney parties, whether it's Halloween or Christmas, it doesn't matter what time you arrive. They put a wristband on you when you enter.
Yeah, and that's a system that they've had set up for quite a long time now. Thinking about the entrance of HHN and how chaotic it is usually, like I don't know if they have the space or the ability. I don't know.
I think that,
but I also think they would have announced that so far.
We shall see.
I think it would slow entrance operations down so much if you had to put a wristband on every single person that's coming in at 6:30. It's just too much. I think a sweep that like filters out non-wristbanded people is the only way. And then once the park is officially turned over to HHN, it's like, okay, you don't need wristbands anymore. You can take it off, or, people coming in don't need them anymore. That would be my hope.
Yeah. I don't care either way. It's really not a big deal over at Disney. And we know Magic Kingdom is massive, right?
Yeah.
So it sounds like it's a nightmare, but it's really not. Like they just have, like after you enter through the turnstile and you scan your party ticket, they have a whole ass load of cast members like that you have to pass by in order to get actually through the rest of the park. And they're just holding those wristbands and they just slap one on you really fast and you go about your day. So it's actually a very like fast process because they have so many team members there like doing it. And even if it falls off, like like if you're still at the party and it's 11 o'clock, like you still have to have that wristband to get onto the ride. So if it falls off, you have to go find wherever and get another one put on. We shall see. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm fine either way, to be honest, but that is something that is not clear in the description for sure.
And it's something that will probably change over the course of the event because, every Horror Nights is a learning process from beginning to end. So I'm sure whatever system is working on day one may not stay the same, on week 2 or even day 2. So it'll be a learning process for everyone.
True.
Do they still do the where they check your ID and put a wristband on you?
Yeah.
It's hit or miss whether they do it. They don't always do it.
Yeah.
It's usually like right up there at the front of the park, though. Like where the taxi cab usually sits.
Or it's like a stay and scream thing. I don't know. I also saw somebody tweet like, I'm going to miss Finnegan's at Stay and Scream. And it's like, you can still go there. You can still
you can make your own Stay and Scream.
Yeah, if you want to hang out at Finnegan's and waiting for HHN to start, like you can. Yeah. That's what you can do.
Yeah.
No one's stopping you. You can also hang out anywhere else you want to. Like, it's fine.
And I bet they'll actually even let you make reservations now because they used to cut off the reservations after a certain hour because of Stay and Scream.
True. Yeah. So it'll probably just make it easier to be at Finnegan's, if anything, because then probably fewer people are swarming it because they don't have to. And so then the people who do want to go there have a better time.
Yep. Awesome.
All right. Anyway, next thing, stay close to the horror at a Universal Orlando hotel. Stay where you scream and get special access to dedicated entry gate each event night until 7:30 p.m. just for Universal Orlando hotel guests. A valid Universal Orlando Resort hotel room key card, and Halloween Horror Nights 34 event admission required for access to the dedicated event entrance, each event from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. And attractions during the event are Mummy, Gringotts, Men in Black, and Transformers. Yeah.
I wonder where is this? Well, this can't be over by Blue Man where it used to be because that's cordoned off.
I think it's probably going to be at what's called Celebrity Circle, which is like if you're looking at the front gate from the outside of the park, all the way to the right, there's those bathrooms around the corner. And there, if you go past those bathrooms even further, there's another entry gate right there that is almost never used for anything. I think that's where it'll be. I think it has been there in the past.
Yeah, it has been. Yeah. I've used it before there when I stayed at Hard Rock.
Yeah.
So that seems legit.
Yay.
It's very out of the way. It's as out of the way as the Blue Man one, honestly. Maybe even more so.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's true.
Yeah. And these rides, it's not seeing Rip Ride Rocket on this list of attractions is very strange.
It's going to be really weird. Like it's
going to be so dark over there.
Yeah, but like the skyline of the park is now going to be forever changed.
Yeah.
That's true. Well, until they put another coaster up.
Well, but it'll be different. I'm sure it won't be that same
different,
like tower and loop right behind the Music Plaza stage. An iconic silhouette of a skyline.
Well, especially during, at least for me during HHN, like, and even though I don't like the ride, but that ride is really pretty at night with the way the cars or whatever.
You don't know that you don't like the ride because you never rode it.
That is true.
What? How did I not know this?
How did you not know that?
Oh my God.
Everybody and their mama knows that and tries to convince me weekly to go on it.
Well, problem solved, I guess.
Yeah, too late now.
You outlasted the ride.
Leave me alone now. I'm not going on it ever.
Michelle, you got to listen to Big Dumb Stuff, episode 2, Kyle's Big Boy Journey, and how he learned to conquer roller coasters.
Okay.
And you'll see that nothing is as bad as it looks.
Is it alcohol?
What?
I mean, it could help.
Is that how he learned to conquer roller coasters? Is drinking lots of alcohol?
Usually before his
tummy hurt.
I'll let you listen to the episode and find out for yourself. Okay. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, tell us about Premium Scream.
Well, it's sold out.
Oh no!
So if you don't have a ticket, too bad.
Too bad.
But also, yay! It's sold out. People wanted to go. Yeah!
Yay! And I'm going, and I hope that they really did limit the tickets like they said they would last year. So
yay.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
You will find out on Thursday. I will be putting it in our socials all night long.
Yeah. More on this to come.
Yeah.
Developing story. But yeah, Premium Scream. If you don't know what it is, just wait until next year because you can't go this year. But we'll tell you all about it when it's available again.
We'll tell you all about it on Thursday, and you can see if you want to go next year.
Yeah. It's expensive, but it's very a great value proposition. So, yeah.
We shall see.
Hey, free self-parking is available after midnight on all Halloween Horror Nights event nights. And on non-Halloween Horror Nights event nights, free self-parking is still available after 6 p.m. So there you go. If you want to go to City Walk just to hang out on a Halloween Horror Nights night and you don't want to pay for parking, wait till midnight.
Yeah. So what there's on normal, the whole rest of the year when there's not an event, is self-parking free at City Walk after 6?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know that because I don't live locally and I never go there with my car. So
if you show up to Universal parking like right before 6 o'clock, you show up at like 5:30 or 5:45. There's usually a bunch of cars like pulled over on the side of the entry gate waiting for 6 o'clock to pull up and when the parking is free.
So they don't have to pay.
Yeah.
Okay. So just during event nights is when it's after midnight that it's free.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah. So tell us what the theme this year is, Kenneth.
Okay. So the theme around the whole park is the conservatory, which is the overall theme of Halloween Horror Nights for this year. Gothic textures, stained glass, gargoyles. Oh, by the way, those gargoyles at the entrance of the park under the arch, their names are Gar and Goyle. Okay. I just have to make it known to the internet, to the world at large. Those are their names. If anyone else tries to give them different names, that's incorrect. Their names are Gar and Goyle. Anyway.
Love it.
As soon as we cross through those turnstiles, we are going to be hit with those textures and tones. As one of the artists explained during a panel at Spooky Empire on June 20th. So the word of the year is immersive. Guests will be immersed in HHN everywhere they go in the park.
That's awesome.
We'll see about that. I think they like to say this all the time, and then you're there and you're like, well, I'm still in Minion Land, or, like, this is
negative Nelly.
This is Springfield.
Oh my goodness. Well, we shall see.
Yeah.
They said it's going to be more immersive this year.
I hope so.
Let's find out.
Because I do miss those old HHN years where it really did feel like one overall thing was the whole park. I feel like the last time they really did that was the year when Chance was the icon, and like her voice was just like all over everywhere in the BGM loops and stuff. So that was cool, and I miss them doing that. So I'm hoping that this is really comes across the way that they're advertising here.
I don't know. These next couple of items you're about to tell us, they may not be immersive when it comes to the conservatory, but as far as like really being hit heavy with horror and Halloween shit in general, this stuff hits. So tell us about the next one I'm so excited about.
Okay. Art the Clown will be walking around the park during HHN. In the words of John Murdy, it will be a Where's Waldo. And there will be fake chicken exits in the Terrifier house and a car wash of blood at the end.
I can't wait.
Do you think that lasts the whole event?
No.
What, the car wash of blood or Art the Clown Where's Waldo?
The car wash of blood.
No, the car wash. I don't think so.
I think the drainage required for that to be possible, I don't think it's going to work.
Well, then I'm so glad I'll be there opening weekend.
Yeah, I think it's going to cause too much of a backup in the house because you're going to have people. It's just like when it starts to rain outside and no one wants to leave the house or leave the exit of the ride, and it just creates like a backup of people. I think that's going to happen. Someone's not going to want to walk through the water.
Yeah, but they have two exits. It has two exits. It's got the dry exit and the car wash of blood exit.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like people aren't going to they're going to think they're going to want to go through the wet one, and then it's going to cause a problem. But I have ride brain. I have efficiency. Like I got that brain because that's my job. So I feel like I always go for that kind of like mindset of like, I don't know.
Yeah, well, you did work for Rise of the Resistance. Yeah, you worked for Rise of the Resistance. You understand things not functioning correctly quite regularly. That's for sure. Well, I'm excited. I will experience the car wash of blood. Period.
So
oh yeah, I will.
Period.
I will too.
I can't wait. Can't wait. But I'm also equally as excited about Art the Clown just popping up in crazy places. And I read the article that was in what's the name of the magazine?
What kind of magazine?
It's a sci-fi magazine.
Fangoria?
No. Oh my God, there was a big article in it about this.
I don't know.
Shit. I'll have to look that up. Sorry, guys. But they also talked about it during Spooky Empire. Mm-hmm. But Art the Clown will be like popping up in all kinds of places. It said maybe in queues, maybe while you're eating, just around the park randomly. Like there are going to be Art the Clowns just kind of popping up in random places. And I am so excited about the possibility of a scare happening to me while I'm waiting in a line, whether it's a house line or a ride line. Like I've been asking for that in The Mummy since I started going to HHN. So
Yeah.
I think this is like a really cool concept, and I hope that it is executed the way that it is in my brain, which to me is like there's not just one scare actor that's Art the Clown, therefore he has to cover a lot of ground. I'm hoping there's like multiple of them in different areas doing their own different things. That's my hope.
Yeah. And that would be so cool. And like, if it goes well and people do really enjoy it, who's to say like what possibilities could this open up for other characters that now might do this for other events?
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of the way Jack was wandering around that, you know, in HHN 30. But I think that was a little bit more like, he wasn't really wandering around. He would just show up somewhere and stay there for a little while and then disappear, you know?
Well, and that one too, I think it was also because of COVID. He most likely couldn't be because he wasn't wearing a mask.
True.
He was one of the characters that wasn't required to because he would talk. So I think he most likely still had to like have some sort of social distancing procedure. And he's Jack the Clown. So like I can imagine there'd be, you know, probably a big crowd if he was allowed to just kind of free roam on his own.
Yeah.
But things have changed, and I feel like Art the Clown, yes, a lot of people know about him, but I still think there's a big part of the audience that's going to go to HHN that's not going to quite understand who he is. So he won't be that big of a drop. But if you have multiple now, like you said, Michelle, like the possibilities are endless.
I love it. And the name of the magazine is the magazine is SFX.
Oh, okay. I don't know that
They
one.
had a big article in there about HHN, and he talked a lot about this Art the Clown stuff. So
cool.
Fun.
Five Nights at Freddy's. This attraction will be almost identical in experience on both coasts of the U.S., which is actually very rare for HHN. The only difference lies in the physical space of each park. Mike Aiello, who's the senior director for entertainment, art, and design, confirmed that the animatronics could only be made by the Jim Henson's Creature Shop, ensuring that they are identical to what we saw in the movie. John Murdy, creative director in Universal Studios Hollywood Horror Nights, highlighted that the presence of Five Nights at Freddy's and Terrifier at HHN proves the strength of the fan community in choosing the houses.
Aww.
True.
yeah,
Because these are both things I've heard people wish listing for years. And for, you know, various reasons, I always kind of thought, I don't think they can do that. And here they both are.
Yeah.
I know. And then we also know that Louise is being turned into what's the name of the
Freddy
pizza place?
Fazbear's?
Yes.
That's confirmed? Where is that confirmed?
Yes. Hold on, I'm pulling it up.
That's awesome.
Going back to what John Murdy said though, while Michelle finds that, I think this year, if you look at everything, it is a lot of fan service. Even outside of the IPs, I mean, Hatchet and Chain, that was one that after Slaughter Cinema 2, everyone was like, oh, that would be a sick house. Like, you should do that. And like another Doll's House, everyone raves about Dolls, the
Dollhouse of the Damned.
Yeah. And so, and even some of the scare zones, I think this year is kind of a love letter to the fans, which I think is so fun. And again, just like with Art the Clown, like who's to say if we have this year, what fan service could come over the next couple of years?
Yeah. They're servicing fans on the IPs just other than me.
How dare they not only serve you?
I don't expect them to serve only me, but I also expect that there will be at least one IP that is of interest to me. And this year they did not do that. But, you know, it's whatever. I'm glad everyone else is so excited.
It'll be a new experience.
Yeah.
I can't find the post. I hate when that happens.
Yeah. Well, let's keep, maybe you'll find it after the break. Well, let's hear from our sponsor at Portkey Vacations.
I wish to go to Scotland.
They may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom!
Where can our vacation wizards take you? Just tap the port key at portkeyvacations.com and let the magic begin.
And we're back. Michelle, what did you find?
Nothing.
Oh.
So I'm gonna pull my words back just in case it doesn't come to fruition and a lot of people are pissed off. But what I did see, and I swear I saw it, but people posted it in their stories, and we know that goes away. In an SFX article, one of the people that helped create the FNAF house, I don't know if he's from FNAF. I think he was from the FNAF franchise. Did say that they are recreating Freddy Fazbear's at the event, where you will be able to actually go and eat the pizza and see the characters on stage, blah, blah, blah. So I know I saw that. I'm not crazy. I just can't find the article right now. And then the other thing I saw somewhere else, and I swear it was one of our creative, say something about that as well, and all but confirming that it was going to be at Louis'. However, right this second, I can't find anything confirming it, so therefore I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Sure.
But let's hope we will find out very soon if that is coming to fruition. And you know what could have happened is that they were trying to make it happen, and then they ended up having to scrap it at the last minute, which we know that happens for this event as well.
Yeah.
So we will find out.
Hi, everybody. Maddy here. I am currently editing this episode on Thursday, August 28th. When we recorded this episode, the food menus had not been released yet for HHN 34. However, as of recording, or as of editing the episode, menus have been released, and we do now know that there is going to be Freddy Fazbear themed food and drink inside of Louis' Pizza. It looks like just from team member previews, there are no like animatronics or like any other major theming inside of Louis besides like a movie theater style cardboard cutout backdrop of Freddy Fazbear for people to take pictures with. And then the Louis cast members are like in different costumes. But as of right now, that's all we know about Louis and Freddy Fazbear. So take that information as you will, and we will see tomorrow how much more theming is actually inside Louis with our own two eyes. Yay! Okay, back to the episode. Bye.
Okay. Well,
Yep.
tell us more about HHN, Michelle.
Okay. All right. So just a quick overview. We don't want to bore you with all this again because we have gone through each of these things in depth in all of our past episodes. So if you want to know more about these individual houses, please go back and listen to our other episodes because we did those when they were dropped. So we're just going to give you a quick run through of the overall event so that you know what to expect. So the event is on select nights from August 29th through November 2nd. We're going to have, as usual, 10 houses, a collection of eerie scare zones, outrageous live shows, and more. Starting with the haunted houses, we have our IPs, which are Fallout. That is based on a video game / one season television series that you can watch on Amazon Prime, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Yes. Maddie knows a lot more about Fallout than I do. She seems to think it's going to be a great one. I need to finish watching the episodes before I can determine that for myself.
It's going to be great. I promise.
Okay. Awesome. And next up, we've got Jason Universe, which is a conglomeration of bits and pieces from, we don't know exactly how many movies, but there are 12 total. So could be all, could be a few. I don't know. But if you like Jason and the Friday the 13th series, then this is going to be your jam.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one I'm most excited about and can't wait is Terrifier. Creepy little clown that makes you want to throw up and laugh all at the same time. going to be a great time. The creators, the creative department, the head honchos have all determined and all confirmed that this is going to be the goriest house we have ever seen at Halloween Horror Nights. The bloodiest house we have ever seen at Halloween Horror Nights. And the wettest house we have ever seen at Halloween Horror Nights.
And what does Michelle love?
I love a wet house. I cannot wait. Oh, this is like my dream come true. So, good times. And then next we've got Five Nights at Freddy's for all of you youngins out there, or you who have youngins like I do. This is following the popular Five Nights at Freddy's franchise, which is a video game, again, turned movie. Super creepy, but also super juvenile. So do with it what you will. And then we also have a very interesting one that I'm not quite sure how to take at this moment, but we'll find out soon enough, is WWE presents The Horrors of the Wyatt Six. So if you are a WWE person, you're probably super excited. If you're not, you're probably confused like I am. Do either of you know enough about the Wyatt Six to do a recap for me?
A little bit. I've listened to a few episodes of other shows about this. Grim Grinning Hosts did a really great episode kind of explaining what the Wyatt Six is and why it makes sense for Halloween Horror Nights. It was described on that episode as like the most theatrical character / storyline that WWE has ever attempted and pulled off. So it does sound like it has a lot of lore and world around it that makes sense for a haunted house. I've just never really done my own dive into what it is, but I trust that this will make sense and that there is something here that we can look forward to.
We have to trust the process.
Also, Mike Aiello said, like, if you don't know this, feel free to look at this as an original house, because like it basically is, because it's not necessarily like a story. I think it's more just like a world and characters that were created by Bray Wyatt and his Wyatt Six. So we can look at it as an original if we're not familiar with it. But the people who are familiar are so excited that to me it makes me feel like, all right, this is going to be cool. Like I don't know what it is, but it's going to be cool.
Well, that's awesome.
I like it in the sense of an original house, because then I don't feel like so guilty about not understanding who it is. And it could intrigue me enough to then like become interested in the IP, which is, that is a really cool experience, I think, to have.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
And it's just, it's hard because with most IPs that exist at Horror Nights, you're like, oh, okay, I don't know this, but I can watch a movie. Wrestling is such a big thing that it's really difficult, or maybe even impossible, to like go back and like do the homework of watching all of it. So I think looking at it as an original, if you're not already in on it, or like finding some YouTube videos that kind of summarize what the Wyatt Six are, is probably your best bet. But yeah, it's essentially an original, just created by a wrestler and adapted by the Horror Nights team. Yeah,
so it's like it's an original based on characters that were created by somebody else.
Right.
Yeah, that's cool. All right. Well, speaking of creations, Kenneth, tell us about our originals.
Yes, so our 5 original houses for this year. First up, we got Hatchet and Chain's Demon Bounty Hunters, which is, of course, based on one of the scenes in last year's Slaughter Cinema 2. It's like a cowboy western with demons, and it's going to hopefully be a lot of silly fun if it is anything like the Slaughter Cinema house that we saw it in last year. Then we've got Dolls Let's Play Dead, which is going to shrink us down to toy size, and we are going to be seeing the unnatural creations of a twisted little girl, basically Sid from Toy Story, and we get to be attacked by all these creepy toys that she's been mutilating.
Fun.
We've got Grave of Flesh, which is like a trip through a grave into the underworld, from what it sounds like. And there will be flesh eaters and who knows what else, but some nasty creatures, I'm sure, living underground in this graveyard. So
gross.
Excited to see that. We've got Galkin, Monsters of the North, continuing this tradition of Horror Nights houses based on folklore monsters from different cultures. Now we've got Norse monsters, and we will be seeing a collection of them in this house, and hopefully a cold house, and some cool monsters that we will be introduced to if we're not familiar with Norse folklore and Norse mythology. And then we have El Artista, a Spanish haunting, which is our icon house essentially for this year, and the house that ties into the overall theme for the event, the conservatory. But in this house, we are following a Spanish artist as he moves into this isolated country manor to seek inspiration, but instead, these works of art will come to life and torment him and cause him to go mad. So, we'll see what that's like. That sounds very interesting and cool and beautiful to me.
I agree.
I also agree. It's going to be so good. Going right from that theme, though, from El Artista, we are going to move into our scare zones. And the first one is going to be pretty much around that original house. So this is called The Origins of Horror. We're assuming it's going to be the entrance scare zone. And you're going to step right into this scare zone. You're going to get a glimpse of what awaits in the future. Gargoyles, monsters, chainsaws, artists, and more. So exciting.
Great.
We don't have to assume anymore. These zones are up. Oh, their names are Gar and Goyle.
Gar and Goyle. I love that. Oh, yeah, that's true, I guess. Sorry, it's been a really long week. I left my favorite job yesterday, so I didn't sleep well last night, but that's okay. So our next one, this is going to be in Hollywood. This is Masquerade Dance with Death. So this is going to be the Vampire Masquerade Ball. There's lots of beautiful stages and props and stained glass put up in Hollywood. It's gorgeous. My favorite scare zone of the year. It's number one, hands down. I haven't even really seen it yet, but that's okay. The Cat Lady of Crooked Lane. This is our Central Park scare zone, extending out into the little flag courtyard behind Animal Actors. It looks incredible. I'm so excited. You're going to be shrunk down to the size of a cat by... We're thinking some sort of old lady, witchy ne'er-do-well that is up in the house underneath the flags by Animal Actors. Amazing. Then we have Mutations, Toxic 20s. This is going to be in the New York scare zone. We're going to be back in time in the 1920s, witnessing the aftermath of a truck crash that has spilled rat poison into the streets. So there's going to be flappers and mobsters and mutant rats, and it's going to be great. And then we have what we're considering street experiences. So this is brand new for HHN 2025. We have 2 street experiences. The first one is Mel's Die-In Zombies. So this is going to be over... where the stage is in front of Mel's Die-In for the event. So fun. There's going to be we're thinking zombie car hops and maybe some greasers. Who's to say? And then Club Horror. Now, this one I'm going to assume is going to be in San Francisco. I think that's the assumption across the board as well.
I think it's the HHN bar area.
But I think it also goes in where the scare zone used to be, like in the actual street.
It extends out. San Francisco, there's going to be original characters, an undead DJ, and a bar perhaps as well. So that'll be fun. And then we have our 2 live entertainment shows. One of them, Nightmare Fuel, Circus of Decay. This is our returning fan favorite Nightmare Fuel dance show that is back in the Fear Factor stage. And then we have the return of the Nighttime Lagoon HHN show, Haunt-O-Phonic, A Ghoulish Journey. We love a lagoon show around here. So pumped that this is coming back.
I'm excited. And I also, if you follow the Fuel Girls on Instagram, they did post some of their rehearsal stuff. They pretty much come and just live, like they rent a house and live here for like 2 months during HHN season. And one of their people that they announced that is part of the show this year is the Bone Breaker guy that does
cool, good.
all of the crazy contortionist like stuff.
Love that guy.
Me too.
He's
so I'm
crazy.
Yeah. So as we discussed, like where I hope that we see more of like just a general circus with like freak show acts and stuff, as opposed to a storyline with the nightmare stuff. That got me excited to see that the Bone Breaker was going to be there. So,
Woo! Wow.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah.
Guys, HHN 34. That's crazy. This weekend.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Get those
I can't
walking
wait.
shoes ready to go.
I know.
Yep.
Start stretching now. Start drinking water.
Yep. Yes. That's not, I mean, that's for real.
Yeah. Start staying
so
up a little bit
excited.
later to get yourself ready for those late night HHN nights. Maybe stand outside for like 30 minutes. Let your body acclimate to the humidity.
I can't wait. And Maddy, you're going to tell them where they can find us doing this stuff. But again, make sure if you're not already doing so, follow us on all of our stuff, as well as UUOP. If you don't listen to the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast, I'm also a co-host on that one, which is our godfather of our podcast. So I've got the premium screen going on Thursday night, where I'm going to be covering that all night long, and then the next night on actual opening night, UUOP was invited to attend the media night. So Chris and I from UUOP are going to be attending media night and submitting, like putting out a lot of stuff on the UUOP social feed, which we'll try to tag over into Rush as well. But make sure you follow all of that stuff, because we got some fun stuff happening this weekend.
While you're there, Michelle, on that media event, make sure you tell them about Rush of Fear and be like, hey, there's another podcast that you also should invite to this.
I know. I'm trying my best to make that happen. I know. Believe me. But yeah. We'll cross post, don't worry.
Yeah.
We will. We're getting there. But tell us where they can find us on our socials, Maddy.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So you can find us at Rush of Fear Pod on Instagram and Twitter, and then Facebook.com/Rush of Fear. That is us.
Okay. Well, as Michelle was just saying, that you can listen to the other show for more general Universal Orlando Resort news. That is the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. You can find that wherever podcasts can be found, and check out all the rest of the shows on the UUOP network, including the Theme Park Duo, Port Key Passport, the Taste of Universal podcast, the unofficial Universal Great Britain podcast, and my new show, Big Dumb Stuff.
Woohoo!
Yeah!
Yay!
All right. Well, I think that will do it for this episode. Thank you for listening, guys. We will see you this weekend in the fog. If you find us, say hi.
Yeah.
We're nice, I promise. We won't bite, or if we do bite, it's just a little nibble. So come say hi.
Several of you all said hi when you saw me in the parks last year, and it's so fun and great, and I appreciate it so much. And please keep it up, because I love meeting everybody.
We do. We love it. So come say hi. Don't be shy. Thanks for listening, everybody. Podcast does come to an end. Now, get out.
Bye.
Bye-bye.